Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your Libra July 2022 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James, clairvoyant. For those of you who are stopping by for the first time, and if so, welcome, and to the subscribers, great to see you. You know I love seeing you each month. Actually, I've done a number of one-on-one clairvoyant readings for your Libran brothers and sisters over the course of the last month from different parts of the world. So if you'd like to have a clairvoyant experience with me, just check out the information that's in the description box below, and the fees are on the website link that's in the description. There's lots of other interesting stuff on that webpage as well. And other currencies can be accommodated where PayPal accepts it. Now, what we are going to do though now is pull 5 cards for you, because 5 is all we need. Now this is a deck which I love. It gets very good results, I have to say. There's the 10 of coins, really not a better card that you could have, Libra, than that. I'll get into it in just a second. Because the developer, it's out of print. The developer is not doing anymore. They've moved on to do other things. 2 of Wands, that doesn't surprise me. And because we do from time to time. There's the Ace of Swords. Dear, oh dear. The imagery on this, I think you're going to just think is fantastic. And we want to do different things, don't we, in our lives from time to time. And they've said, that's it, I've done my piece there. There's the Emperor. And what's coming in here? Let's have a look. Maybe you are saying, take me, take me. There's the Knight of Coins. Well, that having been said, let's get straight into the reading, shall we? So come and sit down here next to me. We'll have a good close look at the cards together while I do the reading for you. Well, this card is particularly good news, so let's have a look at it first. It is the 10 of Coins, or as I call it, the Lord of Material Wealth, is what I call it. Now here there is the scene of a walled garden, I suppose. It could be a community. Doesn't really matter. What's there is a great degree of abundance and just overflowing richness. The essential astrological elements ruling you, with the card in that position there with this Ace of Swords here and the Knight of Coins on the diagonal, is that of Mercury, ruling the 3rd decan of Virgo, the 13th to the 22nd of September. Now, that's actually really good, because Mercury is the ruler of Virgo, and Mercury is also exalted in Virgo. So you'll have good communication skills, and that's the result of Mercury being in the picture, and you'll be good at organization, and that's Virgo. So there is success and abundance with this card. Now I'd say then that there's going to be a feeling within you of richness, abundance, wealth, prosperity. There's a chance that there may well be an inheritance here. Small lottery win perhaps. I don't normally talk about gambling. I don't encourage it. But there's a chance of a small lottery win. Certainly a supportive and tight-knit family or group of friends around you. And if you're in a family business, you're going to find that things start to come well. Now you know that you have attracted to you everyone who is a part of your life. You have created every situation in your life, and you create your own reality. The wealth in your hands is your own to do with what you like. The responsibility is yours, and you are endlessly wealthy. Do you know about your inner wealth? Do you share it generously? Now, perhaps on a piece of paper, write down all the qualities which constitute your inner riches, and say this to yourself at this time: I am internally and externally rich and free, and enjoy everything thankfully and in surrender. Yeah, particularly great energy for you at this time of year, in summer, in the Northern Hemisphere. Now, let's have a look at what's on the same horizontal line. This, too. Well, again, we have a seemingly abundant forest sort of environment going on here. Now, why is this also good for you at this time? Because I think you're going to be starting to make things happen. The reason is because this is Mars ruling the first decan of Aries, that 21st to the 30th of March. So Mars is in its own sign. And this number 2 here, I also have associated with the planet of Jupiter, and that is about expansion, and that is about vitality. Mars, of course, is also about vitality, energy, and assertion. Now in Aries is about exploration, pioneering, and the 2 also here is about balance. So you might see the energy and have the energy to move in new directions if you want. That's Aries, from a place of balance and harmony, which is the 2, with the confidence and the aggression of Mars. It's almost a warlike energy with you. You're almost like a dynamic pioneer. Domination or mastering the situation. I think that's a theme for you this month. Maybe dominating another person or a situation, and certainly not feeling satisfied with your lot. And you will be focusing on your intent. But here, the planet of Mars, the bearer of dynamic, active powers, it's in his own sign of Aries, the pioneer who constantly seeks new ways and methods of advancement. So your drive forward is going to find new directions. I think at this time you are going to find yourself overcome by boldness, with courage, a fierceness, and, if I may say so, something of a shamelessness. You'll be generous and proud, but there also could be with you a certain amount of revenge and resolution. I think this energy here also suggests that your will, your spirit, is beginning to rebel against its predisposed boundaries, come hell or high water. Now you'll be using your willpower to break through stagnant situations and remove long-standing blocks. This is a time to act, and act on instinct and what you believe to be right without overthinking the situations. And I think also that you're going to have real powers of dynamic leadership ability here, and energy in you, all building up inside you. So pay attention to centering. If you're in contact with your center, you are certain to master the situation. Trust your energy. Don't go for any false compromises. And ask yourself which tasks and situations are a challenge to you. If you are in a challenging situation, sit down upright and comfortably. Breathe deeply into your abdomen. Wait until your breathing flows gently and calmly and you feel relaxed. Then visualize the situation at hand and see yourself dealing with it while remaining centered. And say this to yourself at this time: I find and have the strength I need now in my center. Now, where shall we go to next? Let's have a look at why don't we do that? That looks interesting. The Ace of Swords. Hello, Ace of Swords. What have you got to say to my friend here? What have you got to say? Well, after what has perhaps been a long struggle, clarity cuts through. It's an idea that almost seems to drop in from the heavens, some new philosophy or way of thinking that helps you understand things in a new way. Almost like a mathematician who, after struggling with a problem for ages, all is suddenly revealed in an intuitive flash. Now, with the sword, you can cut away all that is inessential in your life, all that you don't need, all of that side doodling, all of those doodles, all of those diversions and digressions, even if they were interesting, well, they now start to fall to the side. Now, there are a couple of birds here, eagles and falcons and other birds of prey, because they hover above, I guess, and watch with a keen eye, don't they? And they are representatives of the intellectual properties of the suit of air. Now, I think Capricorn and Aquarius are going to be important to you at this time. So it's likely to be Pisces, I think. This is the Lord of the root of the powers of air, and this is speaking to me of a time here where you are going to, unsurprisingly, have intellectual clarity, original thinking, brilliant powers of thought, almost a quick fire of thoughts and ideas, almost as if they're brought about by divine inspiration. Now, mystics have said that the mind is the enemy of higher states of consciousness, and so conflict is its intrinsic nature, and that can reflect itself in sorrow, strife, or confusion, and that's what this suit often represents. But it doesn't in this card. This is about cutting through worldly dross that can get in the way of clarity and can also get in the way of your higher mind. Your present clarity is a wonderful condition for your undertaking. You'll be able to recognize facts and call by name things which other people would prefer to sweep under the carpet, I think. Now, this entails a great responsibility on your part. Be sure never to express your insights heartlessly. But when you are fully in contact with love, use your sword without sparing yourself or others. I think you'll have new perspectives on your life that were previously unclear, so you can cut through to the heart of the matter. You've gained a new vision and will pursue opportunities which draw upon your creative and mental abilities. And I think the sword also encourages you to stand up for the rights of other people, or yourself, or for your personal values and beliefs. I think you'll gain a new insight and inspiration. You've really come out of the clouds of confusion and into clarity. So it's blue skies, charge ahead. So what supports and what hinders your clarity? Say this to yourself at this time. I trust my clear perceptions. Let's have a look at the, let's have a look at the Knight of Coins. I fiddle with those things. Hello, Knight. Gee, this is almost like this is like a volcano, isn't it? And lava. You will be inexorably moving forward the way lava flows, I think. Slow, steady, but unrelenting. Taurus and Aries might be around you during this time. Look, you're going to be energetic, a capable manager and a steadfast worker. Slow to anger, I think, but look out if you've been enraged, I think is what I'd say here. You'll be competent, reliable, I think actually quite materialistic, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being materialistic. You know, we've all got to eat, haven't we? We need money. There's an interest in design here as well. And that could be fashion, it could be makeup, it could be things around your house, or could be, if you're outside, actually things to do with architecture or building, landscaping, doing things in a garden. You'll have great energy in dealing with the material. There's a lot of physical activity around here at the moment. This represents the process of blooming and pollination, I think, which is symbolized by his green color here. You'll have great energy to bring to bear on practical matters, solid things that need to be doing. You'll be energetic and, like him here, very enduring. You'll be competent, ingenious, thoughtful, I think, possibly quite cautious. Certainly people are going to see you as being a trustworthy person, and you're not going to be put off course by anything. You're going to be really very much like that lava. You are going to be moving forward. You'll be able to adapt to circumstances and to turn them to your advantage with a slow, steady, well thought out plan. No doubt about that. This is a time, I think, in your life when you are taking responsibility for your life and becoming more focused. Now, if you're outdoors and you pursue sports, I think that you could be quite good at that sport. And again, there's great interest in the design and making things happen, putting a lot of effort into practical things at the moment. It's a time in your life when you're going to be goal-oriented and want to sort out the material side of your life. And that includes things like your health, your work, your home, things that are tangible to you. This is the time for you to take action. And if you do so, it's important that you understand that great experiences are going to come about. Now, what activities do you enjoy? What activities would help you towards self-realization? Find a physical creative activity in which you find joy and fulfillment. And say this to yourself at this time: I am finding the work that fulfills me and satisfies me. And then that takes us, I think, finally to the Emperor. Look at the colour on this, isn't this great? This, of course, is because of Mars. There's a lot of Mars in this. Mars energy around you, but this is the theme. Lots of this energy all around you this month. What a fantastic thing to be. Look, the Emperor creates through control. He needs order and structure. He has his empire, and he makes sure that it runs as expected. Now, this can make you a little resistant to change, so be aware of that. And sometimes the Emperor doesn't want to just build, but he wants to build on the bones of his enemies. Now, the red symbolizes his combative, his warlike nature, and his tight posture, I think, signifies his need for control. Now, in his hands, he holds nettles from the nettle bush, which is a medicinal herb, but comes with a sharp sting, and so is life under the Emperor. Now, the astrology of this card will give us further insight into what's going on for you. This is really Mars ruling Aries with the Sun exalted. So I call him the son of the morning, the chief among the mighty. The Sun exalted. So Mars and Aries, that's a combination of energy in its most material form, with the idea of authority all around it. Mars in Aries with the Sun exalted. And you'll be primarily concerned with power or control over other people or over yourself. Now, you will, as we have seen before, be a natural leader and organizer, and you'll have willpower and judgment that has come about as a result of your life experiences. And success is going to come to you, provided you have discipline and application. Now, you will be a very rational thinker during this time. I'm also getting this coming up. Status is going to be very important to you, as is material security and stability. And you could be quite volatile and fiery. I don't think you're going to be passive at all. This is an energy coming around here of a pioneer, a discoverer, a leader, initiator. The urge for action, new beginnings, authority, order, structure, law and order. You'll be taking a stand. You'll be firm with yourself and with other people. Now, someone here could be promoted to a senior role. Now, as long as your power during this time is used for transformation and new beginnings, the effect will be beneficial. But beware of using those things to preserve the status quo. When used to preserve the status quo, that is just to leave things as they are, the structure of the Emperor's realm starts to turn to stone, and his boldly determined expression becomes frozen. His authority, which is once grounded in wisdom, comes across as a sort of a authoritarian domination. Living in fear of change, he attempts to nip any rebellion in the bud, and then he is doomed. So use this time to move your life forward. This is a really good moment for a change or for a new beginning, so trust your own energy and move with it. Ask yourself this: what revitalization does your life need? Are there steps you would like to take towards this? Examine yourself critically, especially in regard to your relations in the workplace with people who may report to you and people that you report to. But say this: I enjoy initiating projects. I value and honor my leadership ability. I am a responsible person. I trust my power. I rule by serving, and I serve by ruling. What a fantastic spread of cards for you. Good job. That's where it is. What a fascinating and uplifting month for you this is going to be. I hope you enjoyed that reading as much as I did providing it to you. I certainly love seeing you each month, and I look forward to doing it. I can't wait to do the next one. And until the next time, remember one thing, and it is this: that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. And until then, it's bye for now.